The bill be now read a second time, and I call the member for Indi.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and I support this legislation. And I just want to say how interesting it is that you've got Cathy McGowan, the federal member for Indi, representing rural Australia as an independent. We've got Andrew Wilkie, the member for Denison, representing regional Australia as in Tasmania and Hobart. And we've got Adam Bandt, member for Melbourne, representing inner urban Australia. And we've come together with a plea to the government to please listen to what most of the people in Australia are saying. Do something, act now, sort this out. So I'm not going to go over the arguments that the member for Denison has so eloquently put forward. What I want today is to actually talk about why the people of Indi have asked me to come and have their voices heard. And I was at a meeting yesterday when there was just this rousing cheer when I said that we were going to reintroduce this bill. And the people in Wangaratta said, "Cathy, that's just fantastic. No, you've got our full support." These are people in Wangaratta, not Melbourne, not Hobart, but your solid, really good people in rural and regional Australia are saying, deal with it, make marriage equal, stop the discrimination, give the people in rural and regional Australia, in Melbourne and the other parts, a chance to do what they know they want to do, which is stand up in public, proclaim their love and be accepted like everybody else. That's what they're asking of us. It's no big deal. But let me say, there's two particular voices I want to bring to the discussion today. One is the Bishop of Wangaratta, the Very Reverend John Park, and he wrote to me in September, and he asked me to make representation on his behalf to the Prime Minister, saying that this division was causing such tension, such worry, that could we please address it quickly, sort it out, and not go to the next election with this hanging over our head. Because if we were worried about what the plebiscite might do, having it as an election issue in 2 or 3 years' time is really going to cause damage to large numbers of people. So it wasn't just the bishop. It was the bishop as leader of the Anglican Synod for Wangaratta that covers all north-eastern Victoria, goes across to Albury. Unanimous decision for us to please address this issue. So, Bishop, I've brought your comments here on behalf of your congregation. And I have to say the Anglican Synod of Wangaratta is normally not, radical, outrageous group of people. They're solid, good Christians, and they want this issue dealt with. I'd also like to talk about a young person in my electorate, Harry. Harry is 16, a Year 10 secondary student at Wangaratta. And this month, as part of the debate in his English class, he offered his opinion that legalising marriage is a step in the right direction. And I'd like to bring some of Harry's words to Parliament. It doesn't affect everyone directly, except for same-sex couples, or gay, or trans, or other LGBTI people. And who are we to say that their love isn't valid enough to be married? It's not like these people are in any way subhuman. So why are we treating them as if they are, Harry asks. Surely two adults who love each other should be able to get married regardless of gender, and by preventing them from doing this, we are letting an archaic mentality and belief dictate other people's lives. He argues that Australia is being left behind by other countries and says that other countries are leagues ahead of us in regard to equality. So to these countries pulling away from Australia in terms of acceptance, he, as a 16-year-old, says, living in Wangaratta, it's frankly embarrassing for our once progressive and open country. If these countries, who are fundamentally devoted Christian voter base, have no problem with gay marriage, then why are we opposing it? More importantly, it's a necessary step our magnificent country must take in order to move forward and advance. So says Harry. And in his closing argument, Harry offers this: your religion, your personal beliefs or preferred political party shouldn't be able to dictate another person's life, their happiness, future or legitimacy. And if you're selfishly allowing an antiquated book or gut feeling to make your decision, maybe you need to step back, re-evaluate your position, put yourself in other people's shoes and love your neighbour as yourself. So, Mr Deputy Speaker, I bring to this parliament a call from the people of Indi to bring this legislation onto debate, to make a conscious decision so people can freely stand up and do what they need to do, to sort it out, and then enable our country to get on with the business of government, which is what our people really want to do.
Members' time.